Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Anatomy of a Fight, the show where we analyze matches and point out the good, the bad, and the ugly. Super excited for next week. We are going to see a card revealed exclusively here on this channel. Stay tuned for Tuesday. That's when the card will be showcased, and I'll tease you a bit tomorrow with a print of the background art of the card. Let's announce our winner for this week's giveaway of a 2-pack bundle code. The question was, do you like the split cards? Answer is Musa Kadoon. I think split cards can be just too good. I mean, imagine how much faster and better fast aggro decks will become. And yes, they are considered a card advantage, so I like them, but I just fear this big jump in efficiency for decks that already draw lots of cards. Interesting insight. I will be waiting to see how this develops. Musa Kadoon, please leave a comment below with your in-game name so I can contact you and give you the 2-pack bundle code. Congratulations! Following up next, we are going to enjoy 2 matches from our Blood Warriors Guild, the Syndicate team leader, Flo. He's playing mid-range Telvanni, and he's currently hanging around number 6 in Legends. Now he's fighting Deleted, and Deleted is a good player, but Flo instantly notices that a race is starting to form. Now the question is he gonna win the race, or is the Veteran going to win the race? They both have reach, they both have charge creatures, and I'd say an advantage on the Veteran side is the Dawnbreaker, but it's a long shot to draw it out of this 75 card deck, but it's not unlikely. This is exactly what Flo started thinking, because of the Nisus. He will be getting a guard next turn that will block his field lane, which has been developed quite nicely. An unfortunate event has spawned that nasty bug. Initially it was developed to fight against conscription, but as you can see, it works perfectly against aggro decks that tend to overspawn a specific lane, and it's quite a showstopper in some cases. Also because the creature gets summoned at the end of your opponent's turn. That means when your turn comes, you can use it like a charge creature and destroy something that would mess up with your opponent's game. As you've seen, it has traded into the Mournhold Traitor, spawning that 2 on guard. Now, an interesting pick here. An interesting pick by Flo. I would have went with a Hunting Spirit and the Quartermaster into the Shadow Lane. But that could have been a mistake. Now, Deleted has spawned a young mammoth, and is quite happy using that Red Forerunner. Here comes Brolin, and there's the guard spawned by the Nemesis. There are several options here that Flow analyzes. One of them is lightning bolting that that guard. The other is breaking a ring charge and getting Hiking Emmerich to destroy that guard, dealing all the damage in the field lane. Or just getting a Hunting Spirit The interesting move that he does is preserve the Hiking Emmerich for lethal next turn. It's 4 damage in reach because of the Corrupted Shade. Opponent is down to 11. Now, at this point, a Dawnbreaker could have ended the game, but because Deleted didn't find it, Flow was able to win the race and get out on top successfully. The next match is against a Hilalu. Don't get fooled by the user, Khajiit Guest, because he did gain a legend rank, although he is number 900-ish. This Hilalu player wields his deck pretty well. Flow gets rid of Sun in Shadows and gets back a Shadowhunt Priest. He's already preparing to deploy the Barrow Stalker. Insert technical difficulty sound. Beep. Okay, so back to the game. Barrow Stalker comes in, and next turn he's prepped on 2 Magicka with Ring Charge to go Corner Club Gambler. Now, considering his opponent is a Larlord, it's highly unlikely that there will be a silence. So Corner Club Gambler will draw 2 extra cards along with the normal turn draw. A very good play by his opponent. A Penitential Colossus agent. Remember, I mentioned it on my last episode of Know Your Enemy. What to do when you're playing against Dagoth. That's one of the key cards to steal, drain, wards, guards, and help you push for that lethal before Dagoth becomes uncontrollable. Interesting choice. Instead of using Lightning Bolt on the Penitus, he used the last Ring Charge to get out the Corrupted Shade. Now I'd say that's a bit too risky. Not too risky, but risky in a nasty way. Like, we don't know what kind of Lalu is this. A Dawnbreaker may ruin that Corrupted Shade. Even maybe a rune break such as Javelins. His opponent actually forced a bit. Even though he charged and gained 2 more Magicka, it didn't summon anything. But considering the fact that he did summon that, the chances are that he's preparing something for 7 magic, because next turn he will be at 5, and with that charge, gain 2 magicka, he will be at 7. 7 magicka. With 7 magicka you can spawn some pretty important cards. You'll see soon enough. Drains again. His opponent is keeping a steady flow of HP. That javelin destroyed the corrupted shade, and now the Lalu is back on track. Chorus. Yep, that's 7 magicka. And that's definitely nasty. It's a 5 attack, 4 HP. It forces Flo to think his strategy again. Because the Corner Club Gambler has a ward. It's easy to go around the Charos. Not trading in, not using Lightning Bolt. And a very smart move with the Shadowfen Priest, silencing that Magicka gainer. Not the Penitus Oculatus. That's the least of his worries. 2 drain, not that important. Of course, it can become nasty with several items, but Flo has in hand a Sorcerer's Negation. Lalu Sharpshooter comes down from his opponent, silencing the Corner Club Gambler. Trading into that Quartermaster and pushing for more damage. That's the main idea for his opponent. A very nice top deck with High King Emmerich. There are several scenarios here. He hits for face with a lot of damage, but Penitus will most likely deny lethal next turn with that drain and possibly items. Now a gamble is being made here. Don't use Emmerich on face. Keep Shadowfen Priest. Or use it. Most likely Sorcerer's Negation will have to be kept in hand. And just to destroy any guards that will prevent lethal next turn. So the gamble that I was talking about is not using High King Emmerich as a facehugger, and actually prepping more for lethal. Penitus Oculatus will attack again, will drain for 2. Attacking with Emmerich on face will have left him with 7 HP, and then back to 9, which would still have prevented lethal. Flo has in hand a Sorcerer's Negation and a Shadowfen Priest. And don't forget about that Lightning Bolt. Next turn there's going to be 7 Magicka. With 7 Magicka you can do a bunch of stuff. Unfortunately for Flo, the field lane has also been guarded. But the creature left there is a just 1 attack cursed Barrow Stalker. Can't do much in its current situation. Balmora Puppeteer comes into play, prepping lethal for his opponent. If some items are involved, Dawnbreaker or Steel Scimitars, Lethal from his opponent is possible. There's the option of using Sorcerer's Negation on the Balmora Puppeteer. There's the option of going with Shadowfront Priest and try to hit face. For example, Shadowfront Priest on the Penitence and Sorcerer's Negation on the Balmora Puppeteer. But I will still prevent lethal next turn unless the 6th Amulet is used and Lightning Bolt as well. But that's assuming his opponent will not spawn any more guards. So what Flo does is pretty much amazing. He basically trades in Hiking Emmerich with the Penitence Oculata Sagen. We'll see that in a moment. And summons the Shadowfront Priest, silencing the Balmora Puppeteer, making it a 2-attack creature, while playing the Catapult. Now, there is 9 damage in Shadow. Creatures that are basically out of his opponent's reach, unless they get silenced, but very unlikely. Not contesting the board right now means certain death for the Lalu player. He needs to destroy Hiking Emmerich, because 9 damage plus 5 more, that's way over 12 HP. So his opponent does trade into Hiking Emmerich, managing to destroy it. But that 9 damage hidden in the Shadow lane will basically win Flo the match. And that's pretty easy to achieve. So you've got at 8 Magicka, you can play Sorcerer's Negation, you can play 6-Out Amulet, and you can also play Lightning Bolt. But it's easier to just silence the Catapult and then Lightning Bolt away. Very good matches. Don't forget about our next weekly giveaway. Subscribe and leave a comment by answering the question, what archetype do you think will see more screen time based on the current card reveals upcoming in new expansion? Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Cheers.